In this video, I will showcase artifacts from my MET coursework that exemplify AECT Standard 1 Content Knowledge, which states, candidates demonstrate the knowledge necessary to create, use, assess, and manage theoretical and practical applications of educational technologies and processes. My web quest, created in EdTech 502, entitled Teen Drivers and Motor Vehicle Crashes, was created to help teens explore the importance of wearing a seatbelt. In the WebQuest activity, students would research both the laws related to wearing seatbelts and the physics involved with vehicle crashes and seatbelts, and would create an informational product to share with other teens. This artifact demonstrates my ability to create, use, and manage educational technologies to create a lesson for high school students. This WebQuest activity led me to develop a small unit on the physics of car crashes and safety mechanisms for my 9th grade science students. I used this activity as a foundation to build several other activities involving educational technology and incorporate a presentation from our school resource officer on motor vehicle crashes and safety. The WebQuest activity is a great way to incorporate technology in a meaningful way and to use as a springboard for future activities. My school evaluation summary, developed in EdTech 501, evaluates the level of technology integration in several areas of a high school. This artifact demonstrates my ability to assess the use and effective integration of educational technologies in an educational setting. It was meaningful for me to explore the level of technology integration in a school so that I could evaluate the technology integration level in my own school and begin conversations in order to improve our integration levels. Teachers and administrators might benefit from my work on the school evaluation summary because they will be able to identify the areas they need to improve to create a school environment with successful technology integration. My work may also serve as a reference point for other schools looking to compare the technology integration in their school to other schools. These artifacts highlight my mastery of AECT Standard 1 Content Knowledge. In this video, I will show artifacts from my MET coursework that exemplify AECT Standard 2 Content Pedagogy, which states, candidates develop as reflective practitioners able to demonstrate effective implementation of educational technologies and processes based on contemporary content and pedagogy. My jigsaw activity, created in EdTech 502, was designed to guide students through learning about the basic components of electrical circuits. Students are divided into groups of 4, and each member of the group will become an expert on a topic using the links on the website to gather information. Then, each expert will teach the other members of their original group about the topic. The jigsaw model is a research-based strategy that improves cooperation between students and content knowledge retention. It was meaningful for me to explore the jigsaw model more thoroughly because after learning about the research supporting it, I was inspired to try it in my own classroom. I tried it not only with this content, but with other content, and it was powerful to see students engaged in learning and able to teach their peers. Other educators would benefit from a closer look at the jigsaw model, either using this content or a different content. My M-Learning activity, also developed in EdTech 502, is a mobile responsive designed website that acts as a guide for geology students in the field to observe a sedimentary rock outcrop. The mobile responsive design allows students to easily use the website on their phones in order to have access to the materials in order to learn with information and outcrop side by side. Having access to materials in the field is based on a just-in-time learning model. The development of this artifact was beneficial to my professional practice because I began to consider information that would benefit my students by having access to reference the material on their mobile devices. The idea of reference material designed for mobile devices could benefit students in all content areas and should be considered as a step toward effective technology integration in schools. These artifacts highlight my mastery of AECT Standard 2 Content Pedagogy. In this video, I will showcase artifacts from my MET coursework that demonstrate AECT Standard 3 learning environments, which states, candidates facilitate learning by creating, using, evaluating, and managing effective learning environments. My EdTech 511 final project was a simulation created to engage high school algebra students in quadratic equations while helping a town solve an algae problem on a lake. This simulation created an online learning environment where students could apply the skills they had learned in class. In order to make a successful simulation, I needed to manage the parts of the simulation. This artifact was meaningful to my professional practice because it allowed me to provide my students with an interactive that met the specific instructional goals I had in mind. Other teachers might benefit by incorporating my simulation or other simulations into their classrooms because they allow students to apply their knowledge and receive instant feedback on their work. My Internet-enriched lesson, created in EdTech 541, guides students through learning about graphing quadratic functions. Students use technology in several ways to explore the effect of coefficients on the graph, using an equation grapher to complete an online interactive and to create a concept map to demonstrate their understanding. This lesson creates a technology-enriched learning environment that guides students through mathematical inquiry. The concept map is used to assess the student's understanding gained through the activities. This artifact was meaningful to my professional practice because I was able to use it with my students to guide inquiry. Other mathematics educators might benefit from the exploration of an equation grapher with their students to allow students to discover properties of graphs. These artifacts highlight my mastery of AECT Standard 3 learning environments. In this video, I will showcase artifacts from my MET coursework that exemplify AECT Standard 4 Professional Knowledge and Skills, which states, candidates design, develop, implement, and evaluate technology-rich learning environments within a supportive community of practice. My project-based learning project, created in EdTech 542 and entitled Making Millions, follows a project-based learning model to guide students to create a plan for a profitable school store. The project accomplishes this goal through structured instruction on solving equations and economics. This PBL project was designed to effectively integrate technology in several places, including the Race to a Million activity, Sweet Treat Cafe simulation, and economics infographic. During the creation of this PBL project, I also took part in a peer review process to work with one of my classmates to improve the design of my instruction. In my instructional design project, developed in EdTech 503, I designed an instructional unit on balancing chemical equations for 9th grade students. I analyzed the learners and learning context, designed instruction, developed the learning materials required, and finally evaluated the complete unit. During the evaluation of my project, I consulted a subject matter expert who provided feedback on the quality of my instruction and accuracy of information. Based on that feedback, I reflected on my project and altered parts of the instruction. In both artifacts, I demonstrate my ability to design, develop, and evaluate technology-rich learning environments. I created both in a community of practice by utilizing the feedback of others to improve my instruction. These artifacts were meaningful to my professional practice because I learned about the benefit of designing instruction within a supportive community of practice. I began to collaborate with others more on my instruction after the creation of these artifacts. I think other teachers could benefit from creating instruction collaboratively within a supportive community of practice. These artifacts highlight my mastery of AECT Standard 4 professional knowledge and skills. In this video, I will show artifacts from my MET coursework that demonstrate AECT Standard 5 research, which states, candidates explore, evaluate, synthesize, and apply methods of inquiry to enhance learning and improve performance. In the final synthesis paper I created in EdTech 504, I explored how technology can support mathematical discourse in a social constructivism approach. In order to investigate this topic, I researched various methods in which others had used different technologies to build discussion or discourse. I then synthesized this information and applied it to my specific topic of mathematical discourse. In my evaluation report created in EdTech 505, I described the evaluation I conducted on a school district's school-based mathematics leader program. In order to perform my evaluation, I explored information about the school district and various evaluation models. I analyzed the evaluation methods to determine which evaluation model would best meet the goals of the evaluation, and I applied the method to perform the evaluation. In both of these artifacts, I applied a method of inquiry to find ways to enhance learning or improve performance. In the final synthesis paper, I was seeking to improve learning through mathematical discourse by incorporating technology in effective ways. And in the evaluation report, I was aiming to improve the performance of the school-based mathematics leader program by evaluating its current performance and the areas that needed improvement. These artifacts were meaningful to my professional practice because I realized the power of research in education. I saw that I could create better instruction by building upon the research of others. I also saw that program evaluation is very important and could benefit many aspects of my school and school district. I think my school district and others could benefit from a more evaluation-based approach to developing programs in order to be sure that resources are being used for the most effective programs. These artifacts highlight my mastery of AECT Standard 5 research.